Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about 7.4 special products. So today we're talking about squares of sums and differences. So we're going to, some pairs of binomials have products that allow specific patterns. One such pattern is called the square of a sum. Another is called the square of a difference. So square of a sum is when I have a plus b squared. That means a plus b times a plus b. So I must double distribute. When I double distribute, I will always get a squared plus 2 times the product of a and b plus b squared. Now, if I square the difference, the same pattern happens except for it's minus 2 times a times b. So the product, it's kind of like a shortcut. You could still write it out and still do a plus b times a plus b. And that's fine. What you can never do is just square a and square b. You always need to make sure you get this middle term, whether it's by writing it out or by using the shortcut. This is really just a shortcut. So use the square of sum pattern. So we square 3a, we multiply 3a times 4, and we double it. Always multiply it by 2, and then we square the last term 4. If it's a difference, same thing, is just negative. So here, what I can do for number 1 is I'm going to do x squared minus 2 times 6 times x plus 6 squared. So that's x squared minus 12x plus 36. So again, the shortcut is I square the first term, which is 3p squared, plus 2 times the product of 3p and 4, plus the last term squared. So that's 9p squared plus 24p plus 16. So again, I'm going to square the first term, 4x squared. Here it's a minus 2 times 4x times 5 plus 5 squared. So that's 16x squared minus 40x plus 25. So I want you to pause and try 4 through 9 and come back. Okay, so number 4, again, I squared 2x. I multiply 2 times 2x plus 1, and it's minus because the sign in between is a minus sign, plus 1 squared. So I get 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. Number 5, I square 2h. I do plus 2 times 2h times 3 plus 3 squared. So I get 4h squared plus 12h plus 9. Number 6, I square m. I do 2 times n times 5 plus 5 squared. So I get m squared plus 10m plus 25. 7, I square a, and then I do 2 times a times 3 plus 3 squared. So it's a squared plus 6a plus 9. 8, I square 3. I do minus, because it's a minus sign, 2 times 3 times p plus p squared. So it's 9 minus 6p plus p squared. And 9, I square x minus 2 times x times 5y plus 5y squared. So it's x squared minus 10x plus 25y squared. So we're going to skip 10 through 15 for now. We will do those in class. And we're going to move on to the product of sum and a difference. So there is also a pattern for the product of a sum and a difference of the same two terms. So this is when I multiply a plus b times a minus b. The product is called difference of squares. So when I do a plus b times a minus b, using my double distribute, it's a times a, which is a squared, a times negative b, which is negative ab, b times a, and then b times negative b, which is negative b squared. Negative ab plus ba, that equals 0. So my final answer is just a squared minus b squared. So again, when I'm doing the difference, the sum and the difference of the same two values, I really can just square the first and square the second and remember that it's minus. If you can't remember that, you can always just double distribute and it will always come out correct. So if I look at 16, I see that I have the sum and the difference of the same two values. So therefore it's x squared minus 4 squared. It's always minus. So it's x squared minus 16. 17, I have the sum and the difference of the same two terms. So it's p squared minus 2 squared. So that's p squared minus 4. Again, on 18, if I don't realize I have it, if I double distribute, I get 16x squared plus 20x minus 20x minus 25. So if I don't realize it, my middle terms will just cancel out, and I'll still get 16x squared minus 25. Again, this is just a shortcut to the double distributing. So I want you to pause, and I want you to try the next 6, so 19 through 24. Okay, so first I need to make sure that I have the same terms, just one being added, one being subtracted. If that's the case, I can square the first, square the second, and subtract them. So this is 4x squared minus 1. 20, I have the same terms, just plus and minus, so it's h squared minus 49. 21, again, same terms, 1 plus 1 minus, so it's m squared minus 25. 22, again, they're the same, just 1 plus 1 minus, so it's 4d squared minus 9. 23 is 9 minus 25q squared, and 24 is x squared minus y squared. So we will leave the remaining 9 to do tomorrow in class. If you have any questions, please ask me tomorrow.